This one goes out to all the people who said I never knew nothing about nothing. Actually, I was shamed into doing an art stream, so here I am. Does everything look okay? I'm done. It's minimalist. It's a minimalist drawing. I can't remember how to start. Can you tell me what I should do first, Mr. Player? Hey, Pepperoni. Hey, Sylvostris. How you doing? Like I was saying earlier, I was shamed into doing a texture. So we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. It's just gonna happen. I'm gonna keep it fresh. Trying to remember how this thing works. My hotkeys are not working. Wow, that stinks. Oh, apparently because Photoshop hates me. What is going on? Oh, my color picker is over here. It's on the wrong screen. I hate it when it does that. Not cool. Late for work, gang. That's right. Well, at least I have some people to hang out with me while we do some Texture Tuesdays. Am I right? All right, let's wow. Yeah, here we go. Let's do this. I need some inspiration. What I really need to do is some emotes, I think. All right, here we go. So since I haven't done this in a while, I'm gonna just do some rocks because it's rocks. Am I right? We're gonna keep this on one layer. We're just gonna be messy. Okay, Pepperoni says his driveway flooded and he can't get his car out. Waiting on a ride. We'll have to bail when they get here. Holy cow, dude! Yes, bail away, man. All right, you just keep yourself safe, my friend. Have a good night. If you're around, I will be back to Mario business in the morning. All right, let's just play with some shapes here.
Only you can make these bad things stop.
Keep them big. I like to think, what would Ryan do when I'm painting these? You know what I mean? And we just keep the flow kind of, keep it fun. You know what? I'm having a good time already. Maybe I'll do more of these. Okay, filter, my friend filter, other offset. So this is 1024. I'm going to change the image size actually. We're going to break it down to, holy cow, what? So this is not right anyway. So current image size is, 3.2, no, it's fine. Pixels though, 1024. So we're gonna already smash it down to 512. Because that's just a happier size to work in. And we'll keep it small like you do. Good night, Pepperoni. You stay safe and stay cool. Because I don't use Krita like the awesome people do. So that's 512. So 225. I kind of want it to offset at a weird angle. So let's try. So that'd be 256 by 256, 225. That's a weird number. Why did I choose that? It's about 50 pixels off. We'll just say okay. And now I have to remember what redoes the last thing. Under filter, it is Alt Control F. That's right. To remember this stuff. My memory. Oh, look at that. My brush has gotten bigger now. Fine. I can't believe people are watching this. Welcome to the stream. I am the Checkpoint Professor. I am here to entertain you with Photoshop. That's kind of a weird looking. It's kind of like I'm Tetrising these things in here now. Seriously, what's going on? I want these to be offset. What was that? Alt Control F? Yes. That will speed up my process immensely. So these are what they call happy bricks. They're not like the unhappy variety that you see usually on the cobblestones. Oh, you know what? I think I still have this set to like follower duration, so I won't turn off followers only mode. There we go. I want anybody to be able to follow me tonight, to be able to chat. So when I do these texture drawings, I don't like to take a lot of time. First of all, I'm going to turn off my touch because that is just getting right in the way. It's one of those things that they added. You know what? Sometimes I just barely learn all these stuff, Sylvester. And you know what? I am so rusty though. Like this guy I know, his name's Occasional Player. He was doing this weird procedural stuff, and it just makes my head hurt. And plus, like, Krita is so nice because it auto wraps everything. Okay. Okay, so now what am I gonna do? I mean, seriously, what am I gonna do? You know, Alt F, Control Alt F isn't working anymore because I've obviously done something silly. Alt Control F, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's kind of working. Okay, so now I want to figure out what color I want the inset pieces to be, if I even do. Do I want there to be some grout in between these, or do I want them to just, these rocks to just butt right up against each other? Krita starts with a K. It's a free painting. It's like Photoshop, but it's free. It's actually based on the code of GIMP, but it's been reworked to fit, reworked for artists more than photos. But it's got some really nice auto wrapping tools that make tileable textures super nice. Yeah, I'm using a Wacom tablet. Actually, I can lift it up for you here. Let's see if I can not mess up all my stuff. This is the tablet I'm painting on. So I've just got like a small Cintiq graphics tablet. Kind of handy. Admittedly, I'm a little rusty. And wow, this is Spotify because I have a hard time not having music. Yeah, Cintiq. It's made by Wacom. Usually at the university, I'm usually teaching either a concept class or some kind of game arts class. But I haven't for a while just because my focus has been on... Why do you do that? Sorry, guys. Getting some lag. My focus has been on game design. Teaching a lot of level design, my game streaming class. It kind of killed all the fun extracurricular classes I've been teaching. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of light here. So I want to decide which direction my light is coming from. And I'm just going to... the beauty of Photoshop is you have all these layers to goof around on. But I don't want to overcomplicate my process. I don't want to think too much. So I am just going to use my single layer because then I can just hit Alt F and toggle through it. And I'm going to just be painting flat. So what I want to do is pick a lighter color. That this will be where the light is coming, and this may be a little too much, but we're just going to go with it. So this will be the light side of the rock, and that's already too much. So if you just tap on the Alt, it does your color picker. So I can pick just the right tone I want. I'm going to start hitting all of the insides of those rocks with that same tone right now. We'll try this. If it doesn't work, like I say, I'm rusty. I have not done a Texture Tuesday in forever. So what I'm going to have to do is hit these lighter sides of the rocks, and then I'm going to have to come back and hit the tops to get the plane I want on these. And we're just going to work fast because there's no time. There's not enough time in the day. Continually hitting all the four. And I've decided there's no grout in between these rocks. These rocks are just cobbled straight flat against each other. And I'm just going to keep hitting with these colors until I start to feel like I'm filling in the where the grout would be. So imagine whoever's building this path really took the time to make sure all the rocks fit perfectly, because they had time to do that kind of stuff. We'll just make sure all the light corners are hit like you do, and we can always tweak and adjust these as well. I think that's kind of starting to work. Kind of starting to. Okay, so now let's let's emphasize the dark part. I don't think so. The dark is about as dark as you can get. So I'm going to do something in between the light and the dark. Do I want it to be even lighter? Maybe so. Let's try that. So what if I hit the tops of them with even lighter? I don't know how this is going to work. And then I have to do it to every single one. And that's why I like to have my tileable rocks kind of large. So there's no rule for how I'm going to do this. This may just totally mess it up and I have to hit redo. And when I make these little mistakes on it too, that's okay because it's just giving the rocks a little bit of layer to it. By the way, I think I should do some shout outs here. Kelsum, so a lot of you, if you are my students of the U, I don't know you. At least sometimes I don't know your screen names, so I apologize for that. Silvastris, though, he is another streamer. I can't pronounce your name. I can pronounce your real name, but I'm not going to online. He's worth checking out. He streams as well as occasional player. I may not like his name, but he is a real fun streamer. If you like watching a lot of painting and texturing and this kind of stuff that I'm doing right now, occasional player is the dude to watch. He actually shamed me into doing this tonight. You've been dark? I thought so. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you've been doing... Feel free to shout out Strange Creatures, though, because you've been doing those. This is wild music. So I just used Spotify to give me like their Twitch music, and it's super interesting. Okay. So I'm kind of liking the way this is going now. I feel like some of these rocks, maybe I'll put some little ones in between, kind of fill them out. But this is feeling better to me. I feel like I can play with some of these dark colors and kind of start to build out some of the edges. I use like a rectangular odd shaped brush too. Kind of helps keep me from being too keeps me messy. I guess that's the way to do it. Occasional player, you're awesome, by the way. I am rusty, but this is fun. More art streams to come, my friends. And I appreciate the compliment, even if you're lying through your teeth. Dirty liar who lies. Yeah, I'm just keeping it all in one layer here. I like the break in that. Let's look for some happy accidents. Let's look for some Bob Ross style happy accidents as we kind of experiment through this. So I'm kind of liking these little rocks that kind of are popping up here and there. So I'm gonna keep those in there. Right there, we got another small one. I want to keep them kind of. If I'm gonna add these small rocks, they need to be common and they need to like kind of be at an equidistance from each other, because when it tiles, they won't look as good. This one, this rock now is taking that shape. What is this song? That's the problem, is I do these Twitch music libraries on Spotify, and I'm not convinced it's family friendly. It's kind of weird. Okay, so these rocks are starting to kind of look rocky. Am I right or am I wrong? Maybe a little bit rocky. Let's. I think I'm gonna play with. I'm gonna play with the curves a little bit. I'm gonna play it and see what kind of see what I can pull out of this. Okay, that's a little too dark. Nope. I might not like this at all, but I kind of want to pull out some lights and darks. We'll go with that. Okay, let's make sure it's still tiling, and it is. It appears to be. Okay, I'm gonna play with the dark sections a little more. The shady parts, the shady bits. That's it. Okay, what do I want to do here? Let's I'm gonna make these a little bit more illustrative, I think. Yeah, man, this is my jam. It could always be wood. That's true. I do a lot of wood textures when I just don't know what to do. But this is fine. You know what? Rai, this is just getting me back into streaming a little bit. So you should just be happy. Side scandal. Okay, I think after this, I'm going to jump into the lights again. Start pulling up some contrast. Come on. Oh, I was hitting D. Wrong button. Typically what I like to do with these after I finish the video is I'll crop it in Premiere so you can't see my face anymore, and I'll just do a time lapse of the whole thing. Rai, you should do more of those. Okay, so let's figure this out. So, what kind of rocks are these? It doesn't look great, but I appreciate it. It's Rando Rocks. Rando Rocks from Rando Land. Okay, let's play with the lights again. And I'm not even adjusting my brush much at all. I'm just kind of sticking to it. I kind of feel like playing a little bit with the specular. just to see what kind of shapes I can start pulling out, and then I'll probably paint over that and goof around some more. Like if this rock kind of took on this shape. Like they're kind of cubic, I don't know. I don't know. Your computer's not strong enough? Dude, you should get yourself a Nook. Or better yet, dude, your laptop, man. I do all my video work on my laptop. Kidding me? Ain't no excuse for that. I don't know, I am not filling this anymore. I think I've lost my mojo. Okay, I need to look at some different reference. Because that reference is not jamming with me anymore. Okay, I see the errors in my ways. Don't know how long I'm gonna do this tonight, though. I'll tell you that much right now. But if you like what you see, consider being my friend. Consider following. I like those. Okay, here we go. That's feeling better. Colada. Oh man.
Pina colada? Bounty picks up spills quicker and is 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand. Bounty, the quicker picker up.
Oh, they were gonna play the Pina Colada song. I was getting excited.
Wild turkey bourbon,
But alas, it was just
Matthew
oh
McConaughey,
that.
here to shine a light on the unwavering conviction of
Free to fail.
trailblazers, innovators, and groundbreakers. So let's take a seat, take a sip. Let's talk turkey.
People start talking around.
I got some
1
glare
or
on it.
2, and then it never stops. Talking is something people are very good at. So when you want to talk to someone about your taxes, it's nice to have an expert.
Kind of want to turn my opacity down a little bit.
TurboTax Live has experienced CPAs on demand.
Oh look, I grabbed some
available
kind
to
of
answer your
red.
questions and give you
So,
advice before
that's
you
no
file.
bueno.
TurboTax. All people are tax people.
So, God, I'm surprised so many people are watching, but how's
EAs, or tax attorneys.
someone tell me a cool story. So Ryan, how was your stream today?
Looking after our health.
Any epiphanies? Anything you discover that you were like
And of
you'd like to
course,
share with the group?
Almonds helps you power through it all. With 6 grams of natural energy-giving protein, almonds are the perfect snack when you need a boost. Whether pre or post-workout, stuck in a traffic jam, or handling temper tantrums in
I've got a question. If
Tap to
would
enjoy
any of
flavors
this
and 21
this
to help you become a better
painting that I'm doing
human.
right now, how would any of you edit that for like YouTube? Is this something you'd like to see on YouTube? I mean, would you like to see it just in the full uncompressed raw nature, or would you like I said, would it be better to like take it and turn it into a time lapse speed painting so you're not like wasting your time listening to my indecisions and jibber jabber? Like what are you guys feeling? Oops. Oh, the Kelsum says raw. You just want to see me in my natural format, huh? I appreciate that. You know why? Partly because it's a lot less work for me to do that. So I should just cut up the stream for beginning and end, just toss it right on there, huh? And if that's the case, would you come to watch it to learn how to do this, or just kind of like to kill time, right? Because I don't think I'm going over the tools I'm using all that much. I'm just kind of just dinking around in Photoshop. Cool. Cool. That's great feedback. Yeah, one of the reasons I like watching this kind of stuff, for me too, is like whether you're watching Ryan do his class or anyone else, is it's just like with modeling and everything in general. Everybody has a completely different approach to how they'll tackle artistic things, and of course, every one of them is valid. It is fun to watch, like how people do different things. Tools and methods were used, so that's cool. Yeah. So if you notice my tool and method, I didn't switch brushes ever. Partly because when I do these two, is I set myself time limits, and I am just switching through the grays. But so I set myself time limits, right? Because my goal, typically, because this isn't for a specific project, and even if it were, my goal is always like, how can I do this faster? And so when I set myself a time limit, like I say, you know, I'm just gonna paint for an hour tonight, then I'm just kind of trying to get this as close to finished as possible in that amount of time. And that way I'm not stressing too much on, does it look perfect? Does it look right? And more of like just getting used to painting and drawing. Kind of the same way I approach my stream as well. I've been going through and editing all of my Mario Maker streams and noticing every time I do that, just how awful I am in front of the camera. And you notice like I'm smiling right now and I'm looking at you guys, but man, my streams from a month ago were just like a big old frown on my face. And just like with painting, you get more comfortable painting and drawing, just the same with the camera. And I think Sylvosters can talk to that too, with like acting and being in front of on the stage and in front of people. It's all kind of the same thing. But at this point, like this is fun for me. Like I haven't actually sat down and painted in a long time, and this is kind of like therapeutic for me. Pepperoni. Oh, what just happened? What just happened, my friends? Wow. Touch on, touch off. Am I still live? So it looks like Photoshop's still going. Pepperoni. Seriously, it's the curse of the pepperoni. No, I think I leaned on my Cintiq and must have touched something weird. Anyway, I got all my pages. I got all my stuff back. Okay, am I back? Sorry, guys. That was weird. Okay, I don't know what happened. But Magnapol, I don't think I gave you a thank you for your follow. I think we got shut off at that point. But I just wanted to say I appreciate it. And your support just makes me want to do this more. And you notice I'm using my Bob Ross voice tonight. That's not because I'm like trying to be Bob Ross. It's because actually in the room straight up above me, I've got a baby sleeping. And my phone, you know what? I think my screen, okay, my screen is doing weird stuff. Okay, that is not good. My Cintiq has gone haywire. Touch off. Okay. Okay, good to know. So I think the reason the stream went down is because my touch on my Wacom is affecting monitor number 1 instead of this. So my pen is working correctly, but my touch screen is actually touching other monitors. Not cool. Not cool, Wacom. And this, once again, is because I have not streamed textures in a long time. So my plan here is just to play around with these a little more for a while, and then go to bed. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I do not have a strict agenda tonight for what my okay, I kind of like that. Okay, so I feel like that is kind of the right tone I want for the interior light edges. So I'm discovering something here. I've made a discovery. That is what I'm talking about. That icon, that yeah, okay, good, groovy. So Pepperoni says, okay, so Sylvostris says, it's funny because all of us students are awake working on homework till the early hours of the morning. That is funny. You know what? Pepperoni says school at any level does not promote a healthy sleep schedule. You are affirmative. That is correct. I have the worst sleep schedule in the entire world. And a lot of people comment about why I get up so early to stream. And honestly, if I want to take streaming seriously in any shape, way, or form, I have to. I don't have a choice because life, you know what I mean? But I'm having fun. Which, by the way, Sylvostris is working on one of the games that I'm going to be showcasing on Thursday after my morning stream. Which I'm pretty excited about. So 8:30, I will be playing some of the student games from the U of U. And I could not be more excited. Could not be more excited. I'm so excited. Okay, let's play with some of these colors. I cannot. That's yet. I sleep splits 3 to 4 hours in the morning, 3 to 4 hours. Wow, that's cool. Your world is starting to look less and less bare every day. I saw the new Scout animations, Sylvostris, and I am super, super excited. I'm not gonna lie here. All of those games are looking so much better every day, which is kind of the way it works, right? There's this glare coming from my Cintiq. I feel like I could noodle on these forever. There's this glare. Which makes me really curious on how these rocks are looking on y'all's point of view. But this is good. So I now that I have ripped off the Band-Aid and started Texture Tuesday again, I think I'm going to do this every Tuesday again. I'll turn it back into my thing. I actually started doing Texture Tuesday probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it started just as a Facebook group. And while I was working full-time at Disney, I would every Tuesday I would do a lunch study, and I would do a tileable texture, and post it on the Facebook group. And then when I went full-time at school and I was doing more of the art classes, of course got back into it and kind of got distracted. And Ryan kept up the torch, so he's been really good at maintaining the Texture Tuesdays. And now I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready to do this every Tuesday. And I am willing to share these on YouTube. And hopefully I'll keep getting better. Oh, Sylvostris, that Scout has so much personality. Before I end my stream tonight, I should totally give you guys like a shout out for your games.
Try it out for 100 nights, and if you don't like it, just send it back. With 0% financing available, there's nothing holding you back from starting the best rest of your life. Go to purple.com/.
The last time I was in South Korea too, I was doing Texture Tuesdays and texture work every morning. I've got one of the low poly like Wolverine characters I did there that I've been meaning to edit and put up on YouTube for a long time. Back to So I'm trying to debate. I may thinking about adding some color now, and kind of bringing this thing to a close. You can see where you kind of have these little cracks and kind of little features that kind of pop up because I've been painting so sloppily. So they turn into those happy accidents, as they're referred to. And then I kind of just push them a little bit further, add a little bit more contrast to them. Kind of like just doodling in a sketchbook. This is hip hop tastic. So just out of curiosity, is anybody here, other than Pepperoni, is anybody else here from the digging the music? All right, I appreciate that. Is anybody else here from the Mario streams? Okay, I think I'm gonna hit it with some. It's all feeling kind of drab now. I think I want to hit it with some light. So I'm gonna be subtle. Even turn down my opacity a little bit. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of a highlighting pass, lighting pass for the tops. Oh, dude, you watch my... Oh, wow. You're awesome. I mean, I guess you kind of count. You're a student. So, yeah, no, you totally count. Alright, this is super rough today, guys. At this point, I almost feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse. And I'm getting tired. So the reason I kind of like to do the time lapse of them, I think it's fun just watching the whole thing coalesce, and it kind of makes it gives this illusion that I know what I'm doing, with less of the talk and the indecisive choices. But I mean, I'm happy to post either one. I do have fun doing these. Some of these kind of pop up a little bit. Maybe some of these shapes, I'm not even sure what the rocks actually look like, but it starts to make kind of these interesting kind of formations underneath. Yeah, this music isn't actually too bad. So, and the reason I play it is it's copyright free. So I can show it on YouTube or anything else and not worry about copyright infringement. Highlight some of these little rocks. Then. Happy rocks. Happy, happy rocks. Yeah, I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. I'll start doing that. That'll become a weekly thing. Go back to black again. Some of these. And I've kind of added some highlights now. I kind of want to dust a little again. Yeah, it's a Bob Ross reference. Gotta give credit to the man, the myth, the legend. Any requests for the next Tuesday? Anything else anything you guys would like to see turned into a hand-painted towelable textures? My usual rules, I like to go hand-painted. I could make textures in ZBrush and like Maya, like by bashing in 3D models and stuff. But that's kind of easy and mechanical. I mean, there is an art form to it. But these, I feel like I'm really studying light and shape and pushing on some skills. But if there's anything you'd like to see, like I almost did just standard brick today as a way to get back into things. But I did not. Tiled roofing or shingles? You got it. I could definitely do that on Tuesday. Shingles are fun. Super fun. I would love to do shingles. Okay, so now I'm debating whether to add any color. Black and white is pretty boring, so we could play around with like some blue or something, just to see what happens. So I'm just gonna fill the whole thing with blue. And change the layer to color. And then play with the opacity. So even at 10%, so if you look at that, like the difference between 10%. So I'm gonna keep the blue. And now, why did you do that? I wanted to just merge the layer down. I'm going to merge down so it still tiles like it does. But now I'm going to go into color mode and just play around for a second and just turn it to like 10% opacity. See what happens. And I'm going to grab, so that's a cool color. I'm going to grab a warm color now, like a little orange. And I think I'm just going to play just a little bit, adding just a little bit of warm colors to some of the lights. Not too much, just enough to work up this image that I've been messing with. And I'm not using it in a separate layer now, which means that I don't have a lot of choice if I change my mind. So probably a bad idea, but this is Texture Tuesday, and it's all about experimenting. Like I say, I haven't been playing for a while in Photoshop, so we're just gonna do it rough. Blues in the okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna go to bed. So if you enjoyed this, I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube. I'm really trying to build that up. And I know it is a work in progress. But I will post this to YouTube. I will also make an edited version. Join the Discord too. Thanks, Pepperoni. Pepperoni, as always, thank you so much for all the help you do in my chat, and we're trying to make it better. I'm gonna add some of those Nightbot commands that we talked about. I need a ! blog. What else did we say today? So we could show the student games. We have the YouTube. I'm running on empty at this point. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much. Have I only been... Oh, I've only been live for 20 minutes since I shut down. But holy cow, thank you so much for all the support. I will also post this on my Instagram. Do I have an Instagram command? I'm going to find out. Oh my goodness, I do. Follow my Instagram. I'm going to post this and all of my Texture Tuesdays up here. As well as Twitter. And all of that other stuff. Oh, Nightbot is hopping in. I think it all works. All right. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Signing off. We'll see you. So we'll see you bright and early. Actually, not long. Probably in about 7 hours. Blah. Good night, everybody.